Now don't worry, everything is going to be fine in the end. Hey there, I'm JP and this is Orange County Kingdom. For today, well, I'm going to need to announce you that we are going to move to a different island. I will explain everything and what the plans are for the upcoming episodes. It is kind of ironic that the sun be like, hey, here I am, but the main reason why we are going to move this kingdom up to another island is basically because of the weather down here. And often I just have to go to sleep, wake up, see that the weather is bad, go to sleep again, see the next morning that it's dry. I want to start the recording and within 5 seconds it starts to rain again. I have to get back to sleep and repeat this process over and over again. And this is, in building case, a very annoying thing because often you just have to see how things look. I need to make a screenshot. I'm going to need to, let you guys see what I'm doing. And once it's bad weather all of the time, it's going to slowly but surely just cringe you off. Don't get me wrong, if you need to go on exploration on Dimensional, you need to check out some stuff, you need to get into a cave, get some resources, it's actually not a problem at all. It's just going to, let you say, piss you off at some point. As you can see in the background there, on the hill, I have been busy. I was recording an episode because I've been away for a little bit because my schedule changed for reasons. I just want to come back. And I was having a real tough time continuously keeping myself busy trying to get clear weather because I couldn't see what I was doing. I couldn't give you guys like a nice shot on what I was doing, and it cringed me off so bad that I have said to myself, this is enough. Now of course I will promise you guys that I'm not going to spend another 10 episodes doing exactly what I already did. I'm going to try and put some time and effort into it to make, let's say, one episode building the whole wall. And this is what I want. This is beautiful. And I noticed this thing right away once I got a little bit more busy with, private life to say. I also started this playthrough series just because some people were asking for it. And then I came in the tropical, it was dry, and I was like, ooh, this is nice. Then it started raining and I was getting like post-traumatic experience because of the Dimensional. And I kept playing and playing and playing, and then, at some point I was not even bothering the rain, or once it get foggy again, it was just very nice to be there. Now, if you ask me what am I going to do with all of this stuff, I'm going to slowly but surely, off camera, just, demolish things because I can use all of these resources and all of the stuff that I got here onto the tropical. Now, I don't want to spend too much time talking about this area anymore. I would like to show you what island I have found. Is symmetrical the word that I'm looking for? Anyways, you can, pretty much see that there is a nice harbor area right down here as well as right down here. It basically means, if I would just take this cut editing screen type of deal, show you way better, that I could be building a kingdom right around here. Person X can build a kingdom right around here. And then there is a lot of space for that no man's land, and or maybe at the side down here for some other projects like a magical forest kingdom with a cave with a dragon and village and mysterious stuff here and there. I can let my whole fantasy flow onto this island. But of course, the one thing that I am going to need to do is clean up a lot of the area before I can start realizing and building all the things that I already have. Now what we're going to do in a minute, I'm going to show you some of the plans that I'm having. Ooh, excuse me there. Show you some of the plans that I'm having, and yeah, I'm sure once we're back on track, you guys are going to absolutely love it. What am I saying? Between the flatland and the harbor area, there is this big mountain over there, and I was like, that would be perfect to actually build the gigantic castle on top of it, having a nice view onto the village and on the harbor, and or these two entrance sides could be easily defendable by some cannon positions. Now I do have to say that my harbor is a little bit more cleaner of stuff into the water, which I will also show you the area of person X. And basically person X got a very nice natural wall at the kingdom, which basically means that person X have to build lesser walls if you would. Alright, so here we have a beautiful view of the mostly flat land right in the front. And then down here we have a beautiful view of the harbor area, which, you know, a lot of things can be placed out here. When someone suggested like make like a boat factory or worker area or something like that, I was kind of like, yeah, it's gonna be troublesome on the other island. And in this island, this spot looks beautiful to do that. So now of course I'm going to need to find a way to actually get to the castle, because it's pretty high up and there isn't really a natural path just yet, but it's not going to be too much of a problem. I can add land, I can remove land, make like cozy little pathways, and it's just so nice having an overview of both sides, what is going on, with a quick walk from one side to the other. I love it. There is so much overview on the ocean, as well as what is going on down there. Now that area over there is going to be the area of person X, like that whole part right down there, and person X can mind whatever person X would like to do with it. And like I've been saying, there is a lot of hilly cliff area here, so you don't need to place like a whole Chinese wall around, just maybe a couple of spots, which makes it a little bit lesser of a work, because I want person X to, you know, just enjoy rather than doing a repeated work. And yeah, I got quite a hilly area going on all the way to there, which I don't have a clear view of what's going on. That's why I'm going to clean up as much as possible. It's going to be one heck of a work, but I don't mind to do that. It's also going to give me a ton of resources, and yeah, as you can see, or maybe not, but my FPS right now was about 30. So getting rid of a lot of stuff is also going to increase the FPS. Here we are, the kingdom part of person X, like a lot of cliffy stuff, right until there, very mountain-ish. But up here there is a lot of mostly flat land. Oh, whoa, let's not do that, boy. But yeah, imagine digging away just this little piece of hill, and you can build like quite a nice castle out here. Build some bit of guard tower-ish. It don't even have to be that high. Maybe like this high to, you know, just to let the enemy not like jump onto the tower. But it's still a nice overview down here of the whole area. Also for person X, a nice harbor. Now I've been saying there is a little bit more messy right around in this spot though, but down here it is really okay. So I was like fantasizing myself, it would be nice to make like a little bit of a dock village down here. Now I don't want to leave this episode just yet with a little bit of talking. I actually want to, you know, do something to already show you some progress. I got a lot of time left for today, even though it's Friday. This episode will be up sooner or later. So in this case, I want to see how much I can clean up for this area within maybe 4 or 5 hours. I think this tree or either might be cold or it is very scared right now. And while it's doing this, there is no way of removing this little tree. But I'm pretty sure it will solve itself once I restart this game. And this never happened in 2,000 plus hours in this game. You know what the funniest thing is? The last couple of months, or weeks better to say, when I want to press the recording button, I always have to yawn for some reason. I have no idea what it is. Anyways, it is in-game day number 11. So from the 11 days, I have noticed a couple of things. One, when it's raining, it only takes like a quarter time of the day and then it already stops. Apparently there are 3 moments of the day when it can rain. It is or either in the morning or afternoon or at the end of the afternoon. So far in 11 days, I had 4 times that it was raining in the morning. I had 2 times that after the rain in the morning, a little bit of fog came, but fog disappears real soon actually. I only had 2 times when it was raining in the afternoon, and I had 2 times that it was raining, or it started to rain at the end of the day, basically just before it's getting dark and you want to go to sleep. So I think in overall it is not too bad at all having 6 times rain in 11 days, so it's just past the half if you would, but it's not horrible. I don't feel annoyed with it. This is the worst you can get with the rain. Well, if there is a little bit of fog, then that is actually the worst thing, which might start getting a little bit foggy right now as we speak. And I have been murdering a lot of animals, and by the way, it is exactly 4 hours later until the last moment that I was saying, hey, let's spend 4 or 5 hours onto farming. So in this case, this is like a very good test, right? Oh no, I need to record. I want to show you guys how much progress I have been making. So in this case, it's going to be super simple. Gonna take a little nap until that, because if you do a share game, you cannot stop immediately, and it is dry, and I know it will stay dry. All right, it's going to need to be very unlucky for it to start raining anytime soon. So this is what I've all been cleaning up. Yes, it is still a little bit laggy, but I'm sure once I clean up that stuff and once I made like a little bit of a buffer zone of cleaned up stuff, it is going to be looking very nice. And I also believe, and this is something that I find a little bit lesser, but the feedback needs to be given to the developers, right? Is there are so many stuff in the water. Or at least there's a lot of planting here, but some parts I've noticed there are so many stones in the water that's just crazy. Anyways, I do have another package to be put in here, so I got 5 packages of, I believe it's 1000, so it's 5000 and something. And then in here I got 3 packages of these, but holy moly, I should have, well, a ton of these seeds. Anyways, let's take a little look, because I have not been doing just this area down here, as you see. I have also been going all the way up there. I first actually made like a little buffer zone for myself to say, okay, from this part, let's make like a little line all the way just at the foot of the hill over there, or mountain. Gonna be a ton of work, but I'm not gonna do everything, you know. Look, I just need a little shave off. And then, yeah, it's just going to be like, okay, if I'm in the mood, I'm just going to remove some more. And I'm so happy, once again, I'm going to say it again, that we can remove tree stumps very easily now, instead of having to hit it 12 to 18 times before it disappears. So yeah, I do have a little bit to go. Gladly, it's not like too much, right? If you put that piece of forest, this piece of forest, you can easily put it right down in here. So it's just another one of them. Yeah, I noticed some very interesting things, and I started to see already some of this and some of that. So basically what I already like is that this here is very hilly, right? And it creates like a pathway going around perfectly down here to the harbor area. I love it. So definitely gonna be a wall from there to here and then onto this hill. I'm gonna use the hill to navigate a little bit forwards, wherever, right? I don't need to grab everything, but I first also have to see, you know, clean it up and see what it gives me, right? But I would say so far so good. And then hopefully I've shown you enough of this island. Maybe this will give you some inspiration. Maybe you have some ideas what I could be doing here and there in order to add it at some point. You can just drop it down below in the comment section. I will put it into a list until we came at the point where, you know, Well, back to the progress. Alright, time to get the heck off this island, because tomorrow 8 p.m. CET there is another spinning wheel show, and I need to take care that I have access to the storage area in case people wanna, you know, get some resources from the wheel. I don't know. I need to get a bit of an